Hello everyone, happy morning and greetings to you all from our exclusive English and educational updates. Well, the day is fast approaching to appear for the public examination. So, hope you have been following our special triple R technique, read, revise and recall. At this juncture, we would like to share the final quick revision tips as well as the important aspects of the final examination, how to maximize your score. I can say proudly 95 plus with regard to our English examination. So dear students, without any further ado, let's get started here. So for all class 10 summary videos, please do access this playlist and browse all the videos for the quick reference. Now dear students, let us look at the smart exam tactics for the test room, right? So here the golden rule is, please exclusively dedicate your 15 minutes of valuable time to have a cursory glance at each and every segment of the section A, section B and section C, and have a understanding of the easy areas and difficult areas in your rough paper. Then the golden rule is, from question number 1 to question number 37, you have to attempt even if you don't know the entire answers of the entire questions. Then presentation matters. So here we would like to share 5 C's concept here: communicate content with clarity and with conventions of writing, using space marks, clear headings, using sketches, and finally you get the confidence. So your presentation matters to score 95 plus marks in the English examination. So here do indicate your question number, always write the correct question and number of all questions. Then how to maximize the reading comprehension. So dear students, at the end of the video we will share the actual model answer script with the Telugu guidelines. Please have little patience. Now let us look at the maximizing reading comprehension area. So ఇక్కడ మనకి WH క్వశ్చన్స్ బాగా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. వై ఎందుకు, వెన్ ఎప్పుడు, వాట్ ఏమిటి ఏమి, హౌ ఎలా, హూ ఎవరు, హూమ్ ఎవరిని, ఇలాంటి WH క్వశ్చన్స్ని ఫ్రేమింగ్ అనేది తెలుసుకోవడం ద్వారా యూ కెన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆల్ ది ప్రోజ్, poetry and supplement reader passages questions. So exactly, always read the passage twice to understand the lessons thoroughly. Then master the interrogatives here, as I told previously: why, when, what, where, how, who and whom. Then execute your answers confidently. So 2 will be open-ended and the remaining will be multiple choice, right? Answer without any confusion. Remember, regular reading before the exam is the secret to improving your speed and accuracy. Now let us go to the section B area. Strategize for 20 out of 20 here. Maintain chronological order. It is especially critical to write answers in chronological order under this section. So have little space provided there if you come back to the question and write the respective answers. So don't study every topic the same way. Divide your grammar preparation and into 2 distinct zones. So easy scoring areas and topics requiring extra practice. We'll give the details at the end. So now let us look at the grammar area, how we can quickly answer and how you can maximize your score in these areas of grammar. Articles, relative pronouns, repeated actions, would and used to, noun modifiers, where most of the students feel a little difficult and a little confused with this respect to noun modifiers. Please do go to a playlist and see all the related grammar topics, and giving advice, which is one of the most easiest way to answer the response by saying you should, you must, you would better and you ought to. Any one of the modal verbs can be used here. So if you want to get to maximize your score, so deepen your grammar thoughts, grammar topics practice, and dedicate extra time here. So here the most difficult areas of grammar sections are voice, active voice and passive voice. So remember the subject, verb, object and the rules and passivization plus V3 plus by plus subject, right? When you convert into passive voice, the reported speech, see the tense and see the reporting verb and underline the you write it in the rough space provided, and accordingly you write it accurately. Then prepositions which are tough to be answered. So remember the frequently used prepositions like good at, fond of, interested in, etc. Editing we discussed in the previous playlist video, focusing on the singular and plural, subject verb agreement, then articles, then spellings, and etc. Verb forms. Now, how to score another 20 marks in this area? So secure foundation first, then grind on the nuances like grammar, vocabulary is divided into scoring opportunities and intensive practice zones. So here are the important vocabulary aspects: prefixes and suffixes, spelling test from our textbooks, dictionary skill, and matching. Right? Then if you want to really score out of in this area of vocabulary, please go to our synonyms and antonyms video, where there are 82 words with Telugu meaning, and you can easily recall and attempt all these 8 marks questions. Synonyms and antonyms, right word choice. Then very difficult area is idioms and phrasal verbs. So focus on the 4th unit, 2nd unit, and 8th unit phrasal verbs, textual exercises, and our rising and shining material. So now the most important aspect is to score 100 marks in English is attempting creative expression answers, right? So follow conventions of writing here, writing and neatness non-negotiable here, absolute precision, and 35 or 35 we have internal choice here, but we would advise you to go for diary writing first, then letter writing, then information transfer, right? So you have to have clear cut idea the presentation formats of these entire section C answers. So dear students, in the form of conversation, we have to have minimum of 10 exchanges between the characters. Then focus on your proper format of personal and official and informal letters, and ensure neatness. Then know all your supplementary reader characters inside and out. Focus heavily on expressing character feelings, right? So these are the other formats. And dear students, the winning mindset is stay focused, practice daily, even before you have got one day gap for the following examination. Believe in yourself, always have positive impact and positive attitude, and definitely success will be yours. Now let us go to the actual guidelines and tips that have been shared by our subject experts with regard to our 100 marks English examination, right? So dear students, in Telugu it is written section A 1 to 17 reading comprehension, అది సులభంగా మార్క్స్ సంపాదించు సెక్షన్. దెన్ గ్రామర్ అండ్ వొకాబులరీ 40 మార్క్స్, క్రియేటివ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ ఇది అటెంప్ట్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది, రైట్? నౌ లెట్ us లుక్ అట్ ది ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ హియర్. ఈ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో మనము 9 లెసన్స్ నుంచి ఏదైనా ఒక పాఠంలో ఒక ప్యాసేజ్ ఇవ్వబడుతుంది. ఆ కింద 5 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి, చూడండి. ఈ విధంగా మీరు నేను ఇప్పుడు చూపించబోయే వాటిని చాలా బాగా ఫోకస్ చేయండి. ఇందులో నుంచే మనకి మ్యాక్సిమము రావడానికి కూడా అవకాశం ఉంది. సో 6 to 10 రాసే విధానంలో ఫిగర్స్ ఆఫ్ స్పీచ్ బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. మెటాఫర్, హైపర్బోల్, సిమిలీ అండ్ పర్సానిఫికేషన్, రైట్? సో మోడ్ అండ్ టోన్ ఆఫ్ ద పోయం. ఈ విధంగా సప్లిమెంట్ రీడర్లో మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ క్వశ్చన్, క్యారెక్టర్స్, మెయిన్ ఈవెంట్స్, అదేవిధంగా పై చార్ట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, గ్రాఫ్ కానీ ట్రీ డయాగ్రామ్ కానీ డయాగ్రామెటికల్గా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోవడం. అదేవిధంగా ఇక్కడ మీకు సెక్షన్ ఏలో 17th one జంబుల్డ్ సెంటెన్సెస్ని క్లియర్గా ఈ విధంగా హైలైట్ చేసుకొని ఏది ఫస్ట్ వస్తుంది, ఏది సెకండ్ వస్తుంది, ఏది థర్డ్ వస్తుంది అది క్లియర్గా మెన్షన్ చేసుకొని రాయవలసి ఉంటుంది. అదేవిధంగా రిలేటివ్ క్లాజెస్లో ఈ యొక్క సింపుల్ టిప్స్ని మీరు బేసిక్గా అర్థం చేసుకొని ఏ విధంగా విచ్, హూ వ్యక్తులకి, విచ్ వస్తువులకి, అదేవిధంగా హూజ్ ఎవరి యొక్క ఈ అంశాలని ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్తో మీరు రాయవలసి ఉంటుంది. సో హ్యావ్ దీస్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్ యాజ్ ద రెడీ రెఫరెన్స్ screenshots before the examination, would used to and would to here, examples here, and then suitable advice, then antonyms here, very simple antonyms, then followed by prefixes and suffixes. Very easy is the next dictionary skills. 33 is phrasal verbs, hand in, fly along. Same examples will come, dear students. So please do take this PDF as a printout, and you can definitely score 80 plus, I can guarantee, from these textbook related questions, right? So section C here we have diary entry, conversation, letter, speech, description, information transfer, and here are the sample tips and final quick revision tips here for developing conversation item, then developing diary entry using these sample readily available sentences, and then description, informal letter, then formal letter example, then script for speech. So here any speech starts with good morning, wishing, respected teacher, and my dear friends, and the gist of the given question is paper has more patience than people. So from the diary Anna Frank. So importance of writing a righty, covering the above points. Then proposal, then information transfer. The single image can tell 1,000 stories. The given diagram. So dear students, whatever pie chart or the bar graph or tree diagram or anything comes, write that the given bar graph, the given pie chart describes, illustrates, tells, represents, and follow these steps. The first plant shows, the second one, the last part, the highest and the lowest. These are the important clue words that you can use for any kind of information transfer questions. So dear students, hope you find this final video tips for your better understanding. So wish you all happy learning and keep learning. Do take care, and finally wishing all the best from your favorite educational channel. Stay happy, stay connected. Jai Hind.